Jeff, have you ever got your ball to the end and set off your sensor?
Many, many times.
Please welcome Julie Chen, everybody. Julie Chen.
Don't act like you've never heard of that whole ball sensor thing. We know.
I have no idea what you're talking about with the ball sensor thing. I've never played that game. You did that on purpose, though. That wasn't me doing the double entendre. You put that double entendre.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you did. Sure. Let's have a game where they have a ball sensor. And then you just made one up.
And it worked, but I look so innocent, right?
Well, you see, that's how you get away with it. Everything I say sounds dirty. I'm the opposite. Like, if I say, hi, how you doing? People are like, mm-hmm.
Well, why is that?
Well, it's because I think I have a pathological connection in my mind to sex.
Oh, is that okay? Well, that sounds
dangerous.
Yes, it does. All right.
It's all right. I'm getting too old for it now. It's fine.
By the way, it's worked for you.
Yeah,
worked for you.
Yeah, it's all right. You look great though. I'm loving the pink.
Thank you.
Very nice. Is that what this is in for the fall? Pink,
no,
right?
I'm squeezing in anything that's pastel or white or, you know.
Do you really follow that rule?
I am, because I'm from the East Coast.
Well, it's California. It's going to be hot and dry. I mean,
I know, but you know, this show is seen on the East Coast and all over the country.
But I will say this, and many people, you know, are very forgiving of that rule. For example, I have worn white here in the winter, and people are like, oh, it's all right.
Well, A, you're a guy.
Yes.
All right, and B, are you talking about a white shirt, or are you talking about white pants?
Underpants.
I hope they're white, okay, let's just say. I pray they're white.
Mostly white, yes. Hey, so that's cool. Well, it's good to. Well, no. I was like, no. It's fine. No, you're looking great though. You're a fashion. You are a bit of a fashion plate. You really kind of do it,
well,
don't you?
Well, thank you. I don't think of myself that way, but
really?
I have, you know, professionals who help me with this. So I always call it adult garanimals. You know, kids wear garanimals, and it's like, all right, you know, they put this with that, and this matches that. Good. So your kid looks coordinated for school. Ah. But for me, you know, I don't have that talent to figure out this goes with that. You know, if it was up to me, I would be in, like, yoga pants and sneakers all day.
That's all right. Yoga pants are good.
Yeah.
Yoga pants are good.
And, you know,
no,
it's comfortable,
fine.
But
do you judge other women on their clothing? Like, do you go, ooh, that's bad? Now, remember, I'm hoping for the truth here.
We all do.
Right.
Every woman does it.
Really?
If any woman says she doesn't judge another woman's clothing or hairdo, she's lying. I don't know what it is. Like, you know, you should sit.
You're welcome, Internet.
Turn on the TV with a room full of women, especially if it's a red carpet event, and just go in the corner and listen. You will hear the whole gamut.
I don't think in my house, whenever that's going on, you don't have to go to in the corner. You can hear pretty much any part of the room.
I see what I mean.
It's going on, yeah. Do you worry about it? Like, if you go, because you go to a lot of big events, you go to swanky things around town. Do you worry about, if I wear this, I'm going to get torn apart?
I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one day I decided, oh, I don't need to call, you know, the stylist, and my husband and I had this thing to go to, and I didn't think there was going to be any photographers. I just wore this simple summer frock.
They're right there.
It was just a simple summer dress, and I didn't want to put on painful shoes. I wore like flat shoes, and then sure enough, one day I'm looking in the gossip rags, I was like, ugh! I was like, that's bad. I'm like, that's me.
Oh. Now, here's the thing. So you look at the gossip magazines then? You actually look at them?
Yes. I used to not so much, but now my husband makes fun of me, and I call it research, because on the talk, we are often discussing topics that are, you know, inside those pages, on the cover of those magazines. So my husband,
you know, there's a lot of ooh-la-la in there, though. You know that.
True.
I mean,
but you can usually sniff it out.
Well, I don't know. I mean, here's how weird it is. I read in Us Weekly once, there was a story about my feud with Katie Couric. Now, I've never had a feud with Katie Couric in my life. I know Katie Couric. I like her. She likes me. When I'm in New York, sometimes she's a lovely woman.
What were they saying the beef was over?
I was jealous of her success, apparently. And I'm like, she's been successful for... Why would I be jealous of Katie Couric?
You're not even on in the morning.
Right. So I read this thing. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm looking at it. I'm like, who would even believe that? And as I'm reading that, I look over at another piece of crap about somebody else and went, oh, I didn't know that about him.
Isn't that funny?
Even though I knew that was a flat-out fiction, I went, oh, no smoke without fire.
Right, exactly. We are all guilty of that. I must have read so many times before I was pregnant that I was pregnant. And, you know, with...
Is that what got you pregnant?
Maybe, but I
That
thought...
and the little summer dress, maybe.
With that summer frock with the flats. But, you know, and I know... Look, I can hide my weight well, but I basically have a 20-pound sliding scale, and it was.
I've never seen that on you ever.
The summer frock can hide.
Really?
20.
I need to get me a summer frock.
And I remember reading, like, they were like, "Oh, we saw a bump." I'm like, "There's no baby in that bump," you know.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah.
Well, it's worse if you're a guy.
What? And they think you're
Do you
pregnant?
see a bump? Yeah.
Especially if they're calling you pregnant.
Well, or another bump. See,
there you go again.
Well, I didn't even think anything dirty.
Oh. It's the tone.
No, I know. I think it's the accent. I think the accent makes everything sound dirty. When you go to, like, people that go to Scotland, they're like, everybody's dirty over here. We're not.
Usually, but there are different Scottish accents, right?
Yes.
Certain ones can sound very intelligent, right? Like you could say, I can't do accents, but the sexiness is because of Sean Connery.
So of course, it's all about Sean Connery. It's like, Sean, pushy galore.
Well,
That was your name. That was your name, and it was Dr. No, I think. Pushy galore. She was your pilot that flew his plane. We can all do it.
By the way, the name itself also doesn't help.
Well, that and Octopushy.
Well, there you go.
He wasn't even in that one, but...
But we think he was.
Well, he kind of should have been.
Oh.
Well, it was Roger Moore. Come on.
Oh, no. See, that was my James Bond.
Roger Moore?
Because I was born in the 70s, so it was The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker. Yes, he was
Roger Moore? James Bond?
Yes. By the way, if he wasn't...
I used to admire you.
You guys are such snobs when it comes to your
well,
James
we're caught,
Bond.
like the French have their wine and their cheese, and Scottish people have Sean Connery.
That's true.
That's what it is. We've got to take a break. We'll be right back with Julie Chen, everybody. We'll be right back. So welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Julie Chen. Let's talk about The Talk versus The View, because they've put in new people this year. Have you guys got anybody new?
No, we have been rock solid. This is our 5th season.
Right.
And it's the same team. So we're back, so hopefully you like all of us.
Yeah, well, and then who they've put in The View, because you're direct competition with them, right?
Well, everyone thinks we are because we are both an all-female panel show.
Right.
Ladies who sit around an oval table, but we are not on against each other, I don't think, in any market.
I did not know that.
You know, they're typically on before noon in the morning, and we are always
I know when noon is. You don't have to tell you.
You're smart. And we are on either 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So they're not competitive.
They're not, but people like to, again, you and Katie Couric, us and The View, you know, it's just people.
Well, it's good, You like to think of it, but it's not then.
It's not.
Well, okay, that's good. Would you go on that show, though, then, if they asked you, like, as a guest?
You know something? I've never said this, but years ago, I didn't try out, but I was looking for better hours, work hours, because I was doing the news.
Oh, yeah, in New York, I remember,
yes. And I remember, I think it was when there was buzz that Rosie O'Donnell was leaving, and my agent calls me. He's like, should I put your name in the hat for The View? Because I think they're looking for a new moderator. And I said, well, that's kind of awkward. It's on another network, although I started my career at ABC behind the scenes. And I said, I don't know. And then he calls me back. He's like, oh, don't worry, they don't want you anyway. And then, of course, when he said that, I was like, well, I wanted that.
Yeah. Well, I think you're fine where you are, to be honest. I think you're doing
things worked
okay.
out.
Yeah, things are going fine. It's lovely to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
You look great in pink, though.
You look great in charcoal.
Is that
and
what
white.
this is?
And the white.
Yeah, I know, and it's after Labor Day. I feel terrible.
I won't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone on the East Coast.
No, don't watch East Coast.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, do watch, but don't judge. Don't judge.
Don't judge.
Watch
Julie Chen, everybody. We're right back.